Taurus. This is your mid-month reading for the dates of August 15th through the end of the month, August 31st. Welcome back, all subscribers. If you're a brand new viewer, welcome. We have a wonderful reading in store. You are, it looks like a deep thinker's Taurus. It looks like, I've looked at this reading, and it looks like people are looking at the climate for their ability to leave a job, their day job, to make their dreams come true, or they're in an industry where they have some time off, and they're feeling the effect of the Western Hemisphere economy on their livelihood. I'm going to try to get some more of that divine intervention, meaning to get a better feel about if this is the political climate, because you pulled 5 major arcana cards, and then you pulled the Empress and the Emperor being in the final outcome position. So I'm just saying that it doesn't mean that somebody has to settle when just because of the climate out there. You're not, I guess, tuning in to the infinite. You're not tuning in to the Supreme Being coming in and changing things. So we need to allow the infinite to come in and change things for ourselves, and not pretend like we have to do everything ourselves. So yeah, there was a reason for that. The King of Swords is you. You are, looks like, a person who is a logical and somebody who relies on the logical. You know, you're a strong businessman, and so you're not used to thinking or relying on the Supreme Being or your intuition. You're definitely one of these people who think things through, and maybe you're overthinking it. Because in the end, whoever is in political office definitely is not God. They do have a lot of power, but that doesn't mean that in the end the Supreme Being won't have a final say. So let's continue on here. And plus, you're crossed by the Justice card, and the lesson here is forgiveness and tolerance, and letting go and letting God, because even for outward intensive purposes, everything looks chaotic here in the Western Hemisphere. So we just have to, I want to say, grin and bear it, because the grinning part is your best ally. Your amusement is your best ally here. And just wanted to talk about how I definitely like those movies where it's all ironic, you know, like it looks like in the end things won't work out, and then out of the blue the antagonist gets the protagonist and they walk away happy because they learn just to live one day at a time. That's basically the reading, just having tolerance, forgiveness, and patience, because you pulled the Four of Swords card. So it does look like you're in limbo. You have a time out. When I asked this card what this was about, you told me that you work in an industry that has a time out, like when teachers are off for the summer, or, you know, in a long shot when Congress is out during their vacation in August. And that's a long shot. I'm not suggesting you're in politics, but, you know, everybody's looking to see how the environment is affecting their craft. And the advice here is to keep going regardless of what you may or may not think is going to happen in the final round. The Empress card, you also could be people that are pregnant, a couple that is happily welcoming a pregnancy into their life, because in the present situation, the Empress card is pulled. It's in the present position of our 10-card reading, the Celtic Cross. So somebody might be welcoming a little bambino into their lives, and they're wondering how that's going to affect their lives, because we're going to have to they're asking themselves the big question, am I going to have to put college funds aside, even. Queen of Coins in the past relevant to the situation, this is a shrewd businesswoman or a political candidate. To me, it could be it could be a political candidate. And the Hermit card was pulled in your power in the situation. Either you're going into a spiritual turning within time, or you are a spiritual counselor, or you're a spiritual teacher, and your students can actually find their way to you. The Seven of Swords card suggests that either the people around you are feeling like they're in a self-imposed prison, or you feel that you're being oppressed. And with the Moon card in the hopes and wishes, or hopes and fears position, indicates that you're feeling insecure or uncertain. If this is a pregnancy, that's the hormones that are kicking in that protect the baby. And it's a natural reaction, body reaction to safeguarding your pregnancy so that you'll do the things necessary to maintain the health of the fetus, the baby growing in you. So, if you're feeling frightened, those hormones are there so that you sleep more, you eat more for the baby's safeguard keeping. And the Emperor position, it's like the constructs of society and or government officials. Leo the Lion, it could be a Leo that is looming on the horizon for you, and that they're going to be an extreme, either an asset for you. That's coming to you. Maybe you're an empress and you're looking for you're a queen and you're looking for your king, and that would be a Leo that comes to you. For you people that, if you're the King of Swords here, then you're looking for the Emperor. Maybe it's a same-sex relationship. With the King of Swords, that was the Empress card and the Queen of Coins, it's got a lot of balance to this reading, because you pull the King of Swords, that's you, and then you are, in the past relevant to the situation, that was a seaworthy female, a strong businesswoman. She was your equal. In a political arena, it could be kind of like that's Hillary over there, Hillary Clinton. And you are looking at, that's just like, it just feels like somebody, but now I'm going to go intuitively and check out what these cards mean. The Two of Coins is usually when somebody wants to make a choice, and it could be that you're working two different jobs, you have your hands full, you're balancing, or you're piecemealing your finances together. You could have two jobs, and then you have another job. You do some side work over here. So it's a busy person let me listen. Yep, somebody wants to phase out a job in favor for another, so he has an entrepreneur feeling to it. And then the King of Swords. I feel the energy of books around you, so it could be it could be a lawyer, and it could be a lawyer because it has the feeling of books. It could be a judge. It could be a lawyer. It could be a father even, or soon-to-be father. And then, I was told to tell somebody, why do they believe that they need to continue in a straight line in only doing what's reasonable, meaning it has the energy of being in their profession because their hopes and wishes were placed there by their parents. You know, like when the parent wants a doctor in the family, or they want a lawyer in the family, or that kind of energy. So maybe you need to reinvent yourself in present time according to your game rules and not somebody else's. You're crossed by the Justice card, so this is strength incarnate. Yeah, so there's like a feeling of forgiveness and tolerance here. It's like they want to forgive the Congress for doing what they've been doing. Maybe this is talking about somebody in the health industry and with the recent changes and some of the health bills. Yeah, there could be a necessity to want to release that to the Supreme Being and forgive and be tolerant. And okay, so what's going to happen next? And then the Empress card. Somebody said this is the final Jeopardy. Do I ask people to pitch in and help, or do I just turn away? Somebody wants to know, they could be a money person. They could have their own money, but they want to know if they should press an issue regarding money. I just hear, don't worry about the money. Don't worry about the money. And then the true businesswoman, the Queen of Coins, the past relevant to the situation. I hear control your temper. Control your temper. That's going to make or break you. So yeah, it really is tolerance and forgiveness. That's the theme here. Where people feel like they're bound, that they are bound. They've been masked and bound, and they've been blindfolded and bound. They feel oppressed, but I still feel like you need to be tolerant and have more tolerance, more patience, not less, to see things through. Wow. The Hermit card could be you. You're extra special person. You're exceptionally intuitive. So sometimes it's just difficult to follow your own advice, and you wanted validation in regard to if you're on the right path. And I hear definitely continue. Just continue. Keep going. The Seven of Swords, again, and feeling oppressed or deadlocked, imprisoned. This is how people either see around you, you see them, or how they see you. or you feel like you are in a special position, you have special talents at your disposal, or a unique perception of life, and they don't have it, so you don't get caught up in, I have to recruit people or I have to sway them to my side. If you're the Empress, this could be somebody who's wise, a sage person, and they just don't spend time or waste time on trying to recruit people to their side. And in fact, the ironic here is the best. The irony, the magic, is kind of enjoying life based on letting people be where they're at. And some of the best movies are the ironic movies, because it feels to have your sense of humor to allow people to be exactly where they are at or where they are not at. So that's fun. That's a fun space. And then the moon is that either something is hidden. The female moon resembles or symbolizes the female. Could be something that's hidden. It could just be that we feel insecure about the final outcome. And then the Emperor card here, I hear like it's a period of worry before the final outcome, kind of like the final Jeopardy card. And yeah, it's an imperious person who you can't get around. It's like you'll just have to go with the flow. You'll just have to keep doing what it is that you do, and don't worry about this person being in power, or again, it could be a Leo that you have a love relationship with. But I did not pull those cards about celebration or things related to, I didn't pull the Three of Cups card. So that usually tells of an impending marriage or proposal. And I'm going to have the Supreme Being now fill in the blank, put the stamp of approval on this reading. I just hear there's good news coming, and in the end, everything will right itself. And that's what we're going to tie up this reading with. That's wonderful insight. And lots of light and love. Until next time. Bye-bye.